Hello everyone, let's have a look at this new agent handler node in the Godot utils package. To download the Godot utils, click on the asset library, download your package right here, and then activate it in the project settings under the plugins tab, like this. Last time we made this video about the chat conversations. Please watch this to understand this new video. You're not gonna understand most of this if you don't watch this last one. So let's have a look at this. Today we will, first of all, I will tell you, please watch the last video. So I will just check this right now, check because the basics are very important. And then we're gonna cover the basics of agents. So what is an AA agent? So essentially what we do is we have the user, this guy right here. And this is Bob, right? Let's just, a Bob. This is Bob. Bob has some kind of user message. For example, hey Mr. AI, how do you do? Mr. AI is gonna think. So Mr. AI is gonna think, first of all, it's gonna think, how do I do? I don't think I need to execute any action. So the action question mark will be answered with no. So then it will immediately answer to the user. It will say, I'm doing pretty okay. And then it's going back to the user. And then Bob is gonna go, now I know how the agent is doing. Next up, the user might ask something like, please calculate this math expression I have, which is then the user message. It will then go into the thought of the agent, and it will think, 10, the math expression, the user mentioned 10 divided by 2, that's very complex. I don't think I can calculate this on my own. So it's gonna think, let me take an action, let me use the calculator. So it's gonna say, yes, let me use the action. It will take the calculator action. It will generate a JSON object or another kind of string, which will then execute the action, so the calculator, and then it will observe what the calculator returns. In this case, 10 divided by 2 is 5, obviously. So this one's gonna say 5. Very nicely written. Writing with the mouse isn't very easy. And after the observation, it's going to think again. It's going to think, I retrieved 5. So the calculator calculated 5 from 10 divided by 2. I think I'm done now. So it doesn't want to execute any actions anymore. And it will say no more actions. And it will provide the final answer. Hey, Mr. Bob, 10 divided by 2 is 5, actually. So that's kind of how this works. It might also want to do multiple loops. That's why there's more actions in here, for example, web search. So that covers that. You now know what an agent does. It executes actions and it kind of thinks what the next step will be. Now let's create the example scene. Let's just kind of create a new one, actually. Let's do this under the Godot utils, examples, and then let's create a new scene, which we will name agent example. We will save it like this. So you will find this under add-ons /Godot utils /examples, and then the agent example right here. So what do we want? Let's just make this a bit easier on ourselves, and let's just use some of my pre-made. Actually, let's not, because I have some pre-made nodes, some pre-made scenes. For example, the prompt field, which is this one. Let's just try this one out right now. We can type something into this, and we can press on here, and it will pretend to load something, right? So this is just a nice little user interface thing, which might be kind of cool. But let's not use this. Let's just use the base Godot nodes. You can find the scene, by the way, in the Godot utils. You can just paste it into your own project. Yeah, right. Let's just use the basic nodes from Godot. So let's make that a box container from top to bottom, and then let's add our rich text label, and then let's add our line edit and our button. Nope, do it. Give me this one. Great. Let's add our hbox. Let's put our line edit and button into that one. Let's expand the line edit. Let's also expand the rich text label. So one's where we're gonna see all of the responses. This send button is gonna say send with the play icon like this. And now we can start, I think. Actually, let's rename this one to prompt like last time. Prompt, send button, conversation. So you now know it's mostly about the loop between thought, action, and observation, and then thought again, right? So we somehow want to paste all of these steps into this rich text label right here. So let's now write the script for this. We want to add our chat requester again, and we also want to add an agent handler, which will do the agentic parts. We assign the chat requester to the agent handler like this, and we also assign our action handler actually. So this one's gonna perform the actions, like for example, calculate something. Action handler function, that's how we name our function. So for example, in this case, handle action. And this will actually be this part. So we take in the action the agent takes and we will turn it into the observation. So that's where this comes into play. So we take in the action string and we return the observation string, right? Let's just return an empty string for now. Return an empty string. And let's do this, right? So let's have a look at the agent handler again. It has a pre-made system prompt where it describes the thought, actions, observation, and thought loop. It kind of describes how it should use that. It also kind of shows how the actions have to be arranged. I showed how it's like in an array of dictionaries like this. Let's simplify this a bit and let's just remove all of this. So it's only a single dictionary like this, where it has an action key, an arguments key. Let's actually make this even simpler. Let's actually make this even simpler. Let's just say expression. The expression you want to use, like this. And then that should be it. We just have to tell it that it only should do a single action. So under action header instead of actions, I have to replace this here everywhere. Like this. Action. And now we can look at the actions themselves because they're being inserted right here. They're this array right here. We only have the calculate action by default, which calculates an expression. That is good. We probably want to remove this because we already describe how to use the expression, so let's just remove this one. It only has one action, so who cares really? It's not an array, it's just JSON. For example, action expression 10 divided by 20, and then pass that into a sign function, for example, right? Like this. So this is our example expression we're giving. Okay, right. So now we have this. There's also an example conversation part, which you can define where you kind of have the input and the looping output, which is then a thought, an action, an observation, and a thought, and a final answer, because it tries to calculate here with an expression. We don't need this. It probably works without this. Okay, let's handle the action. Let's handle the action. The action is going to be, as you can see right here, this kind of dictionary. So let's get this. var action dictionary equals json.parseString action, like this. Okay, var expression, which is a string, string equals to action dictionary expression. So now we already have the expression. And now we have to use Godot's built-in expression thingy. Expr equals to expression.new. We're doing this to actually calculate the string into a number, you know? So let's do this. Var. No, actually, that's just expr.parse. We parse the expression itself, so the expression the assistant wrote. And now we can say if the if the expr.getArray text is not empty, is empty. So if not, the error text is empty, we can return calculator errored with this message. And then we can give it the message like this. Else, so this is going to be the observation it receives. And if there's no error, we can get the result, which is going to be a floating point and equals to expr.execute like this. So now we actually have the result, and we can return the result like this. Okay, that should actually already be it, as far as I am aware. So let's, oh yeah, no, we actually need to handle the button click and so on, obviously. So let's do this. Let's get the prompt field and the conversation and the action, the agent handler like this, and let's connect the send button just like last time. There's nothing new in this. Get the message string equals to prompt.text. That's correct. Then we can actually, this is already pretty interesting. We can send the message to the agent handler. So agent handler.send message like this. And then we can say conversation.text plus equals what we just typed. So user like this plus equals message. So now we already have what the user said in this rich text label. And now it kind of gets interesting. Now we've sent the message and we're waiting for it to be done. So I've actually built a lot of signals into this agent handler, as you can see right here. The most important ones, though, are the thought finished, task finished, observation received, and action finished ones. So let's first connect the thought finished signal, and let's just put this into here. So it's conversation.text plus equals. No, it's not assistant, it's thought, like this. Now let's connect all of the other signals to task finished. We can connect observation received and action finished. So let's do this. Conversation.text task finished like this, so we know when it's actually done, when it sends us the final message, right here, the final answer. And then the observation, which, yeah, we're also going to print observation, obviously, and the action it will take. So we can actually see the dictionary it kind of generates for taking the action. So let's try this out right now. Like this. Hello, please calculate 10 divided by 2. Send. Now let's see this. Okay, nothing yet. I think it has to load the model first. At least I hope. Or it might just do nothing. Have I incorrectly configured this? Or am I not actually... Hold on. Calculate 10 divided by 2. No, it is doing something over here. Oh, now it's doing something. Oh, yes. Okay, right. I actually forgot to tell you something. We modified in the system prompt here the action delimiter. Before it was actions, now it's action, so singular. So let's change the delimiters. It's now action like this. Let's try it again. Please calculate 10 divided by 2. Okay, thought. Oh no, okay, the action was current value. Well, that's not very good. Okay, so apparently it doesn't really understand the format it should take. So let's just show it, right? Let's just show it in the either the system prompt or the example conversations. We might want to do this actually. Yeah, sure. Let's do this. Let's give it an example. Please calculate 100 divided by 2000. So this is the user message, and then we want to add the loop, which is thought. And thinks, I need to calculate 100 divided by 2000. This is quite difficult. Let me use the calculate action. Action, expression, 100 divided by 2000. And then obviously we're going to have the observation, which is going to be result. Okay, what is 100 divided by 2000? Let's just pretend I totally don't know this, right? Oh, obviously it's a 0.05. The result is 0.05. And then the thought is going to be, the result is 0.05. Let me tell the user about it. And now it will write the final answer. 100 divided by 2000 is 0.05. If you want me to calculate more, just let me know. Like this. So now we kind of show it how it should respond. Let's hope this fixes our problem. Hey, what is 10 divided by 5? Send. Okay, thought. Expression, result 2, and finished. 10 divided by 5 is 2.0. Let's actually take a very difficult thing, right? Let's say, what is the sine of 2000? Okay. Thought, action, observation, okay, 0.9. Thought, finished, okay. The sine of 2000 is approximately 0.9 something. That's correct. It actually got the result over here. Yes, exactly. It got the result over here. It calculated, it used correctly the calculate action, and it actually retrieved the correct value. So we can trust it to perform correct mathematical operations. So this is obviously a very simple example. You can easily add more actions. For example, by adding here an action name key, so that you know which action it wants to take. This is kind of where this actions array comes into, where you can just say something like calculates an expression, right? And then you might want to have another one, which is something like web search performs query on the web. So this is kind of what you want to have in here, like multiple things at once. So this is a high-level overview. I hope you kind of understand how this works. You're literally telling it how to write this action string, and then you have to return the observation. Then it will be able to understand what the result of its action was. Okay, this was probably a very long video, 20 minutes, incredible. Okay, we have now created our example scene, amazing. You also now understand just AI agents in general, which is useful knowledge in this day and age. And I hope you had fun with this video and you have fun creating some agents. So I wish you a nice day, and I hope you have fun messing around with agents in Godot right now. And I wish you a nice rest of your day.